Miss Diorio here from Citizenship Academy, and we are going to get right into it today. So as you can see on your screen, we are going to be focusing on the letter C. Now, as we talked about in our last lesson with that spelling tree, C can make two different sounds. The way we're most used to, and the way we already learned about, is the K sound. But we learned last time that also sometimes C makes the S sound. So it can make the K sound or the S sound. And that's going to be our focus today. Okay, so let's get into this diagram. There's a big C in the middle because that's the letter we're focusing on. If we go over to the number 1, let's read these words. Go ahead and read them with me. We have cat, cop, cup. All right, let's do it again. Cat, cop, cup. What sound does the C make in those words? K. Good. The reason the 1 is here is because this is the most common sound for the letter C. So if you're reading, more often than not, the C is going to make the K sound. Okay? So try the K sound on your C first. However, that's not always the case because C is a tricky letter. So we got to learn both ways. So if we slide over to the 2 here, this is going to be our second sound for the letter C, which is the S sound that we learned about last time. So I have 3 words here that make the S, that the C makes the S sound. These 3 words we worked on in our last lesson too. So let's read them together. We have scent, pencil, cell. Okay, do it one more time. Scent, pencil, cell. In these words, the C is making the S sound. The reason the 2 is over here is because this one is less common. When you are reading, try the C with the K sound first. If the word doesn't work, it makes a silly word and you're like, what is this word? Try it with the S sound. Try the K sound first. In the last lesson, we also talked about a trick. So we talked about how when you see the letter C, if there's an E, an I, or a Y, E, I, or Y, it's going to make the S sound. If it's an A, an O, or a U, or a consonant, like an R, or an L, or a, what other sounds? I'll think of some. It's going to make the K sound. So I made this little chart for you to help. You don't have to remember this because you guys are awesome at sounding out words. So you don't have to remember this. We can just sound them out. But this might help some of you. So on this side, for the K sound, if there's an A, O, or U, like cat, cop, or cup, it's going to make the K sound. Or a consonant, like an L in clip. Okay? On this side, if it has an E, an I, or a Y following the C, it's going to make the S sound, like scent. These are the words we went over today. Don't worry about memorizing this, though. This might help you, but don't worry about it. If this is like, Miss Diorio, there's way too many letters on that board. I don't know what you're talking about. Don't worry about it. The most important thing to know is that sometimes the C makes the K sound, sometimes it makes the S sound, but the K sound is most common. So try that first. So we're going to practice trying it with a word. So I'm going to write a word on the board. We're going to try it with the K sound and see if it makes sense. If it doesn't, we'll try it with the S sound. So here's the word. Remember our magic E rule when you're reading this word. The E makes the I say its name. So this word is I. Now there's a C here. If we're following our diagram here, let's try it with the K first, the K sound. I, K. Reich? Reich? Is that a word? No. So, following our diagram, let's try it with the S sound. So we have I, S. Rice. Rice, that's a word, right? So in this case, the C makes the S sound. So try it out. Try the K sound first. If it doesn't work, try the S sound. So what you're going to do today is you're going to practice this, okay? I'll show you your Google Doc. on the top you have the diagram there. Try the k sound first. Doesn't work. Try the s sound. So you're going to read this sentence. I underlined the letter C in each of the words that you're going to be reading. That's the word you're going to focus on. Sorry. You need to decide if it makes the k sound or the s sound. So let's read this first one together. She is a good... Okay, there's a C in there. Let's try it with the k sound first. D and ker. D and ker. Danker. That's not a word, right? You agree? All right, let's try it with the s sound. She is a good dancer. 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 She is a good dancer. So that one makes the s sound. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over to my s column and write the word dancer. Want to do one more together? We'll try it just to make sense of it. Okay, number 2, let's read this one together. It's time to get in the... All right, so I see a C. Let's try it with the k sound first. K-R. Car. Car. That's a word. Perfect. So it makes the k sound. It's time to get in the k car. So I'm going to put it in this column. Easy as that. When you're putting your words in your column, only write the word that has the C in it. I put in a little underline under all of the C's. Okay, so only write the word that has the C in it. Tell me if it makes the k sound like cat or the s sound like scent. I'm also going to add this fun video. I really like this song, so I think you should listen to it too. I'll give you a little sneak peek, but this is a little song to help you remember the 2 C sounds, the k and the s. Okay? I'll play a little bit of it now, but I want you to watch the rest on your own. C, k, and s. And I will see you guys next time. Have fun dancing. Have fun filling out your form.